The Apocalypse Story by Mike Collins and Teddy Burwald, Chapter 1. The priest sighed as he sank down into his chair. It had been an unfortunate day. 3 people came to church on the last Sabbath, and his sermon landed on deaf ears. More importantly, his favorite sandwich shop ran out of turkey, and he had to settle for egg salad. How dreadful. He loved sandwiches, devoured them endlessly, their cheese dripping upon his now nuclear fat trousers. The weather outside matched the feelings of the holy man. It poured rain, the thunder rolling over the hill upon which the church stood. Lightning flashed, and a dark silhouette appeared across the street from the church and slowly advanced on the house of God. The knock came at the door. At the same time, his candle blew out. Praying with his crucifix obtained from his cross-shaped belt buckle, he moved to the door. He opened the door and dropped his crucifix. It was... Billy was your average city slicker. He lived in New York his entire life, but Billy had a little-known weakness. Pinochle. He played pinochle endlessly, being the city champion. Billy's father owned a card and drink shop called the Pinochlada. In the back room, Billy was playing a secret game with the city's best pinochle players. Billy was winning. "So, you guys ready to lose?" Billy asked. "Dream on," said his friend Bendy Straw. "Go suck on a juice, Bendy," said Platypus. Just then, Billy won. "Woo," exclaimed Billy, lacking sportsmanship. "I hate you, Billy," sighed Bendy. "Quack!" exclaimed the duck that was in the nearby pond. Walking by that pond was V. V was a Parcheesi enthusiast. The pond was the centerpiece of the graveyard in which he walked. His plot was to destroy the world of Warcraft. Pinochle. He walked into the mausoleum, inside of which was a book. The book. The book about illiteracy. Under which was a book on redundancy. But under that was the book which he sought. The book of the Apocalypse. In an Indiana Jones-like move, he pulled off the book and replaced it on its ornate pedestal with a Harry Potter book. He flipped the book of the Apocalypse to page 666 and spoke the spell. "Icky, icky, icky, kapang, zoop, boing. The Knights of Ni want a shrubbery, but bring the end of the world to me." It had happened. He had broken the laws of international copyright. Thunder crashed, lightning struck, pancakes rained from the sky without syrup, the sign of the beginning of the end. Chapter 3. Billy walked outside, saw the pancakes, picked one up, saw the lack of syrup, and screamed. He proceeded to run into a wall and knocked himself unconscious. Bendy happened to hate syrup, so nothing of consequence happened to him. While he was unconscious, Billy had dreams of a strange man with a Parcheesi shirt on being yelled at by a raven. In the dream, he walked up to his Grand Pinochle table, but it wasn't for Pinochle, it was for Parcheesi. He turned around, and the Grand Pinochle Hall was now the Grand Parcheesi Hall. The man was at the table playing against a raven. He was cheating. "You fool! You've messed with the natural order of Parcheesi!" ejaculated the raven. "No!" Billy shouted as the hall exploded into a blinding light. Then he was back. Platty was looking at him, and Bendy was being inconsequential in the corner. "Oi, wake up, mate," said the rapidly Britishing Platty. "You just changed nationalities," Billy exclaimed. "The fabric of normalcy is tearing apart," screamed Bendy in an uncanny Indian accent. "This is getting stupid," Billy said, and was surprised to find a southern voice escaping his lips. "Don't be so surprised, Billy. You always speak like that," stated Platty. "What has happened to New York?" Billy asked, worried. "Is it the pollution?" pondered Platty. "No, that was there," Billy said. "What could it be?" cried Billy's cowboy hat. "Shut up, Hat. Wait, what?" Billy's memories of his formerly pinochle-loving self were already fading. "I am the Texan Sorting Hat," exclaimed Billy's cowboy hat. "I know," Billy answered snippily. Just then a pancake fell and dented the top of the hat as it fell to the ground. "Ouch," said the Sorting Hat uselessly. After that happened, the man from Billy's hallucination ran by. "Hey, Bendy, I know that guy," Billy shouted. V noticed and ran away. "After him," Billy screamed, and the chase began. Chapter 4. "Meow," claimed the innocuous cat. The priest breathed a sigh of relief. Then the cat attacked. He gloriously ran. The cat divided, and now both apocalypse cats chased after the holy man. He ran onto the roof and saw the pancakes. Then he jumped off and landed on a pile of pancakes down below, at which point he died from a fatal heart attack. after which he came back to life and got shot totally by a potato gun. He lay there praying and would come back later, but not right now because of story conflict. Case in point, priest dies. Chapter 5. He's round the corner, the Texas Sorting Hat shouted. Shh, I'm mourning the priest's absolute, irreversible, dismal death, snapped Billy. Okay, I'm done. Just then a geyser formed and shot out Adolf Hitler. Nix Reason, ich bin ein Freund, he said. Allow me to translate, replied the duck inserted randomly earlier in the story. Okay, said the Texas Sorting Hat. Nix Reason, he said. It's don't shoot, I'm a friend, Hitler said. If Cursibitarianism is the study of random gibberish, then you are my friend, quipped Bendy. Isn't it? Oh, right, sorry, friend. I've been thinking about my actions, and I'm very sorry for it. I'm gonna make up. I'm even eating kosher. And it's fine with me if you want to tag along, said Platypus, who was Jewish before the pancakes. Drat, said the nearby Stalin, crawling back into the geyser. Forget me, after Stalin, the Texas Sorting Hat shouted, proving himself to be the only one with some sense. No, we are saving Pinochle, destroying Parcheesi, eating pistachios, and using lots of other silly words starting with P, yelled Billy, holding a penguin riding a pachyderm inside of a pagoda. Author's note, disregard that last sentence. Billy had now completely forgotten his Pinochle self, and all he had left was a dream, and that's what drove him. Let's go, said Billy. Look out for that P, shouted Hitler. A 12-foot letter P with wings was flying towards them, shooting fire in chimichangas. The chimichanga hit the pizza store, and they all dove aside. Blah! Exclaimed the P. That was stupid of it. Now we know its weakness, shouted Billy. It's not a P, it's a cold, sassy free. And everyone knows how to defeat a cold, sassy free. Use as many horrible puns as possible, quickly. That won't work, shouted Hitler. Remember the phrase, when life gives you lemons, use them to destroy a cold, sassy free that's attacking your village and eating your woman? No, we must put the other co-rider on the spot, said the Texan Sorting Hat, still on the ground. What are you on the ground for? Get up here, Billy shouted. Right, let's get punny. Chapter 6. Hey, alcohol, B laughed. Chapter 7. We need puns, exclaimed Hitler. Chapter 8. Hey, God, said the priest. Chapter 9. Glorf, said the other more annoying co-writer. Shut up, you're distracting the readers, I said. Insert Get On With It scene from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Now look what you've done. You've broken copyright laws. Again. Please slip it to side B of your audio tapes now. Chapter 10. God, that was annoying, said Bendy. Nobody's still reading this, I think. Now for some puns. The terrorists walked along the plane, which was flying above the plane. If there's a dock on the left and the dock on the right, you have a paradox. A man was trained to be run over, Bendy said. The P had vanished, but now a rogue arse had taken its place. Anybody have, pepper? Well, they smell pepper, they sneeze, said the Texan Sorting Hat, whom no one had bothered to pick up. At this point, the characters fled into chaos into a more peaceful setting, like the moon. Yeah, the moon. Go with that. What are we doing on the moon? Asked Platy. Look at Moon Hitler, yelled Hitler, floating above the others. Chapter 11. I can't have them on the moon. Go, zombie duck. Chapter 12. No one found the police buddy carcass. Yet. Chapter 13. Shut up. Chapter 14. No, you shut up. Chapter 15. Quack zzz. Chapter 16. You probably forgot all the boob Pinochle now, dear reader, and the basic plot installed. Chapter 17. Ah! I've turned into a crab, shouted Bendy. Author's note, what is your favorite color? Speak clearly and loudly into the book/monitor. The newly crustaceanized Bendy pinched Platy's arse. Ouch! Shouted Platy. Then V attacked. Grab Bendy and get out of here, ordered Hitler. I will sacrifice myself for you. No, Hitler, don't do it. I love you. said the crabby Platy. "If it changes your mind, I lied about being nice and stole all your hair care products. Now go!" "Run away!" shouted the Texas Sorting Hat, and they did. Chapter 9,436,127. Jimi Hendrix found the priest. "Whoa, man, I'ma write a song about this square in my new album, man," he exclaimed. Then he promptly died. Again. Chapter Elvis. "How are we going to get off the moon?" asked Krabby, which was Bendy's new nickname. "Who cares?" said the Germanic Duck. "No one will read this, so just use something stupid like a giant magical nacho chip. Hey, authors, can you write us a way off the moon? I'm a crab." "Well, I won't, because Germanic Duck insulted our writing." "I think I will." Writers' Conference. Mumble, 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 dark turkeys. Mumble, duff-proof rocket. Mumble, mumble, stuck on moon until further notice. Mumble, innocuous cat replacement. Mumble, mumble. They, realizing the writers are too caught up in petty arguments, decided to face the zombie duck together, using the crab as bait to lure in the duck, because everyone knows ducks love crabs. But alack, divine intervention from one of the writers. The duck ran across the lifeless, barren landscape of the moon, quacksying so much that Krabby wet his shell, the Texan Sorting Hat wet Billy's head, but Bendy, being of a stronger metal, did not wet himself, but he did feel something traveling down his trouser legs. That wasn't divine intervention at all, and the other co-writers should try again. Chapter -4 3/7. A mighty pencil came from the sky and crossed out the Germanic Duck. Then it drew a zombie Elvis, badly. Then it drew Edward Cullen. "Ah!" screamed Krabby as they did battle and killed each other off so as to avoid story complication. Writer number 2, Teddy Burwald, was inserted into the story. "Sweet," I said. Mike Collins was not put in due to the inability for the story to be written if that happened, leaving all our beloved characters and Teddy stuck in limbo. "Why am I not included in beloved characters?" I said. 1, you just joined, 2, your haircut, and 3, because you're the awkward nerdy klutz of a character. "Whom are you talking to?" asked Billy. "I'm talking to Teddy." "Well, stop it, we have to get off the moon," Billy replied. "Maybe Teddy can help now that he's a character as well." "I want there to be a duck-proof rocket," said I, and one appeared. But the engines broke and our heroes were trapped again. "You, sir, are annoying me," I shouted at the irritating and obnoxious co-writer. Then a moon elephant appeared and charged Teddy. Then he spoke to it in its own language and it stopped. This story has no flow and keeps getting more and more confusing. I agree, so let's get serious. Teddy was erased and the patiently waiting cast was summoned. I am going to give them a magic book, okay? Whatever, I'm going to get some food while you write. Then out of the sky fell a magic book. That was a good sandwich, was it? Oh yes, but let's get on with it. Billy picked up the book and flipped to the page about moon spells. He turned to page 51 in the 50-page book. "Eo ab luna," said Billy. Then they were on Pluto. "You read it wrong, stupid. You made us go to the planet of Pluto." "Maybe I should turn to the Pluto section of the book," Billy suggested. "But Pluto's not a planet," exclaimed the now human Bendy. "Oh no," shouted Platy. "How will we ever leave?" "Oh wait, this is a planetary amusement park. On Earth." "I hate you, authors," said a voice from an anonymous character who does not want to be killed off. The group left the park. They proceeded to head to the Apocalypse Supply Depot and met Michael Shanks, the proprietor. They approached the shelves. "Can I help you?" Shanks asked. "No, it's okay." "You're on zombies, are you?" Shanks inquired, pulling out a gun. "Well, he is." "Who is?" "Hitler." "He isn't here." "Shut up." "No, you shut up." Chapters 13 and 14. "Actually, I am here," claimed Hitler. "Ah!" said Platy. "Ah!" said Billy. "Ah!" said Bendy. "Ah!" said Shanks. "Right," said Hitler. "I think I'll get to zombifying you fellows if you don't mind." "A poor choice of appearance for you, sir, for we are an anti-zombie fortress/superstore," said Shanks. I see I have a slight dilemma. I believe I shall melt into the floor, as that would be the best option, of course. So, bye." Hitler began to melt into the floor. This is getting ridiculous. Do you remember how serious the first chapter was? I do remember. Let's stop this chapter, move somewhere else, and start again.